When I Heart Huckabees came out in 2004, it messed up the minds of several people. Its combination of an idiosyncratic offbeat script and some over-the-top acting with a Wes Anderson-ish style, along with this whole blanket thingy, did not go well with people, including some of the actors. This led to a 62% Rotten Tomatoes rating, a 6.7 IMDb user score, and a mere 55 out of 100 Metacritic average. Mike Huckabee even announced this movie with an accusation that it was the worst he's ever seen, and it had no plot and made no sense whatsoever, which seems to be the general opinion of most people. It is my belief that more people would heart this movie if they simply understood it, so I will do my best to try to help you understand it. I will cover two aspects of this movie in the video: the basic understanding of the movie along with an explanation of the whole blanket concept. Now, there are two things you need to know to help you understand this movie. One, this film is trying to confuse you. This is called the Chinatown effect. This is where the film is always one step ahead of the viewer, usually overloading the viewer with lots of confusing information, which later on in the film is uncovered, and the viewer suddenly understands everything. So we shouldn't be so worried and confused when we don't understand these things, because eventually they will make sense. Second is that this film is not about the definition of philosophy, but the understanding of philosophy. Many viewers felt lost when the detectives tried to explain their philosophies to their clients, and were even more lost when flying pixels became involved. Everyone thought they were supposed to understand what was happening, but obviously they did not. What they did not understand was that they were supposed to be confused at first. This is based on the director's experience with trying to understand philosophy himself, and how he tried to put all this information together, but ended up just getting confused. However, as the movie progresses, we experience through Albert the understanding of this philosophy, and eventually enlightenment. However, most of us were so stuck trying to understand this whole blanket thingy, we couldn't focus on all the small details that eventually led up to the explanation of this philosophy, which is the blanket theory. The blanket theory is actually really simple. Basically, the blanket is about empathy. The theory states that not only is everything connected, but everything is the same. You, me, this guy, and this guy all share something that links us together to be the same person. In the film, Bernard promises Albert that the blanket theory will grant him happiness because he will understand everything he wants, and everything he wants to be, he already has. This is because anyone who has what you want is you. However, this can seem confusing, but what people need to understand is that there is actually no blanket. You and me are not the same person, but we are the same person mentally. All the detectives were trying to say is that we should all treat each other as if we were the same person. In the movie, Albert discovers this after he burns Brad's jet skis. He sees Brad crying after losing everything that matters to him. Albert relates this to when he cried because he lost everything that mattered to him. Even though they have different situations, both men are sad when they lose everything that matters to them. Even though Albert and Brad are two very different people, they are in fact the same. Thank you for watching. I hope this video helped.